and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new and you like makeup, beauty, hair or hauls, then please consider subscribing. So for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a palette from the new Superdrug range, which is Studio London. So I think this range came out kind of fairly recently, I think within the last few months or so. But I have had a look at quite a lot of their products and they do look really nice. I've watched some reviews as well and people have spoke very highly of them. And I spotted this eyeshadow palette in my, no, it wasn't in my local Superdrug, it was in Manchester when I went. And I thought the colours look absolutely stunning. And it was only £5 as well. So I grabbed it and I thought I'd do a little review on it, see what I think of it. And obviously if this is any good, then I think I might pick up some of the other products and do like a full face or something like that. So this is what the packaging of the palette itself looks like. So this one is the After Dusk palette. And we've got some kind of glimpses of the eyeshadows here. Obviously Studio London Colour Icon eyeshadow palette at the bottom just there as well. And then with this one, you kind of just open it up like this. So the only thing I will say with this is that there was no protective packaging. So with regards to hygiene and things like that, it just came like this. There was no like sleeve on it or anything like that. It does have this part here, which is kind of, you know, it's got the tape here, but you can quite easily kind of lift it up and stick your fingers in if you want. That is the only thing I will say. But apart from that, I absolutely love the packaging. I love that it's cardboard, recyclable and everything like that. So yeah, this is the colour story itself. I think this is absolutely beautiful. Really good for, you know, the coming festival season, or it's festival season now, isn't it? But I think these colours are really, really nice. We do have two mattes, which are these two just here, and then the rest are shimmers. But that's fine because the matte shades are actually really nice to use. I absolutely love this really deep chocolate brown in the middle. Right, so these are the swatches from the palette. These are stunning, really, really nice. I'm actually, for a £5 palette, I'm really impressed with how these swatched. So the colours that we have are Dusk, Magic Hour, Happy Hour, which is beautiful, Skyline, love that one as well, Nightlife, Moon, Twilight, Sunset and Dreamer. Right, so eyes primed. So I'm going to start off by going into the middle shade here, which is called Nightlife, and applying that just to my crease. That is really quite nicely pigmented actually. Okay, so we're kind of looking like that at the moment. So what I'm going to do, because there isn't like a pale colour to blend out the edges of that, I'm actually going to go in with just my contour shade. So this is just the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer. So I'm literally just going to dip into that and just use that to blend out the edges, but obviously use whatever contour shade that you have. Lovely. So the next shade I'll dip into is the other matte. So it's Dreamer. So it's this kind of purpley shade down here. I'm going to use that on the outer part of my lid just here. Again, really, really nicely pigmented. It's a gorgeous shade. It's kind of like a real plummy purple. So next I'm going to dip back into Nightlife with a small fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend out that kind of deep purple into the Nightlife shade. So like that, which has worked really well actually. Really quite impressed with the quality of these products. I know it looks like I've got bits of shimmer, but I think that was on my brush. I did clean it off, but I think there was some little bits of shimmer still left on there. So ignore that. Right, so next I'm going to go into the inner part of my lid actually with a shimmer. I'm really tempted to go for the shade Happy Hour, which was this really gorgeous kind of purple, and it looked quite kind of bright when I swatched it. I also love this shade here, Skyline, but I just don't know if it's gonna particularly go. No, I'm gonna go with Happy Hour. So this shade just here, oh, that picks up nicely on the brush actually. Oh, look at that. That is stunning. Really, really nice. Okay, so we have that at the moment, which is stunning in itself. What a pretty, pretty colour. And what I'm going to do is just take a teeny tiny bit more, just tap it off a bit, and just drag that very, very gently, almost like tapping and dragging over the matte shade, just to kind of give it a bit of an ombre effect. Yeah, nice. And then I'm going to take the small fluffy brush, just clean it off a bit, and then just use that to blend the edge, just because I just don't like it to be too harsh really. So I'm just going to blend this bit in a bit as well. Yeah, nice, just like that. Right, so a little bit of fallout from that shimmer, probably because I used a brush, but I do like to use a brush. So obviously if you do as well, there is a bit of shimmer there. Fallout, you know what I mean. So underneath, I'm going to take, I think I might actually take the dark brown. So it was this one here, so Nightlife, and just very gently run that underneath. I don't want it to be too dark, so I'm going to very gently do it and then buff it out with probably with this fluffy brush again. And then the very last thing I'm going to do, just because I want a little bit of a contrast, and obviously I've got a lot of purple on my eye at the moment, and there isn't a pale enough shade, I would say, for the inner corner in the palette. I'm just going to dip into my highlighter, which at the moment my usual one is this one. It's the Natasha Denona Rose and Cheek Duo. So it's the highlighter from that side. So I'm just going to dip into that and just pop some of that on my inner corner just here. Just to kind of add a little bit of brightness to that inner corner, and as I say, a little bit of a contrast to the sort of the purple that I've got pretty much all over my lid. I'll just pop a little bit more on. Yeah, just like that. Right, so I'm going to whack some mascara on and then I'll be back. Okay, so here is the finished look, and yeah, I absolutely love this little palette, you know, for a £5, what an absolute bargain. It's really, really nice, beautifully pigmented. As I say, for £5, I was really, really shocked at the pigment. Yeah, as I say, I suppose the downfall is that there are only 2 shimmers in. Obviously, I did have to dip into my kind of contour slash bronzer shade just to blend out the edges of that dark brown. But that's fine because, I mean, most people have got that to hand anyway. And also, obviously, if you want to pop some shimmer on the inner corner, these are all going to be a little bit too dark, I suppose, unless you go for like one of the bright colours. But I suppose for a kind of evening glams type thing, yeah, you're gonna need to dip into your highlighter, but again, most people have that to hand, so it's not really an issue. But yeah, I think these are really nice. The shimmer's beautiful. The mattes were really nice. They blended nicely. Yeah, for a £5, 100% recommend it. Yeah, I think I will actually try out some of the other products that they do and kind of do maybe nearly a full face or a full face, something like that, because yeah, I was really impressed with that. So as always, the product shown in today's video, I will link in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes or anything like that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me if you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!